Hey, gentlemen. I have this, what I think is extremely rare Jimi Hendrix poster from a concert he did in Berlin, Germany, second to the last show he ever did.
Were you there?
I wish.
Isn't Jimi Hendrix technically considered a one-hit wonder?
No. He was big. I
But
mean,
he only had one song ever make the top 10 of the charts.
and even today, great artists don't go #1, and you have pop stars like Justin Bieber or
Who? I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my Jimi Hendrix poster. I want $12,000 for the poster. Jimi just piques my interest because he's just totally unique. Never got to see him in concert. That's my big tragedy.
a really cool poster. You know, what can I say? It's Jimi Hendrix.
It was a show he did. It was called the Deutschland Hall.
The Berlin Super Concert 70. Where'd you get the poster at?
I got it from a collector in Europe.
Well, I know Jimi Hendrix was big in England. He was big in Europe. When he came back to the States, he was a rock star.
Just a unique guitar player, left-handed.
Hendrix never played a left-hand guitar. He learned on a right-handed guitar with the strings turned upside down. So whenever you see a picture of him, instead of the knobs being on the bottom, they're on top. Jimi Hendrix was a guitar legend. His aggressive and innovative style of guitar playing not only influenced rock stars of the day, it also paved the way for all the heavy metal bands of the next generation. Any Jimi Hendrix concert poster is worth money. There's some of them worth like 15, 20 grand. I mean, it's in perfect condition, which is a big, big concern because no one took care of these things. No one ever thought they were going to be worth money. Jimi is one of those artists that fans feel almost a spiritual connection to. So if this poster is authentic, I'm definitely interested in it because it could be worth a lot of money to collectors. So how much were you looking to get out of it?
I would like to get $12,000 for it.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a out-of-this-world number, but before I start making big money offers around, I want to make sure it's the real thing. So I want to call my buddy down here to take a look at it. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
I don't mind taking a guess on lower ticket items, but whenever there's potentially thousands of dollars on the table and I'm not sure, I'm going to call for backup.
Rick, how are you?
Doing great, man. Is that a new hat?
No, same hat.
Oh, okay.
When you run a general history museum, you have artifacts from all eras. So to look at a 1970s rock poster is not unusual. I've had them in museum collections.
So, Mark, we got a Jimi Hendrix poster, and obviously you came to mine.
You may actually find this surprising, but I am a Hendrix fan. You couldn't think of somebody that had a greater impact on how people played electric guitar.
Okay.
The 60s was a time of experimentation, and Hendrix took what you could do with electric music to levels that we had never seen before. So what are your concerns on this?
Okay, it's one of those weird things. How do you tell if a concert poster is real?
I need to take a closer look at it, so I'm going to have to roll it out.
Go ahead.
Okay. The paper is a typical poster paper of that time period. You know, you've got Gebrauchsgrafik, that would be the printer in Hamburg. That's right. That's the correct designer for the poster. Looking at the way this is printed, looking at the material, this is right. But the registration isn't quite right on it. There's a little bit of white showing around the red on this side. That's actually a good sign, because they weren't meant to last. When they were printing it, they weren't being that careful. I think this is right.
Thanks for coming in, Mark.
You're the man.
When he said this poster was for real, I wanted to jump up and down.
So how much you want for it?
I was asking $12,000.
There's very few people in the world willing to spend this kind of money for a concert poster to put on the wall.
It's a recession, man.
How about if I cut you a deal and let it go for $8,000?
I don't even think I could get that out of it on the best of days. I'll give you $3 grand for it.
Whoa, that's kind of low.
There's only a few guys I know that might be interested in it, and if they don't buy it, I'm gonna have it for a long time.
How about $6,000? This poster is rare.
I'll just cut to the chase. I'll give you $4 grand. I won't give you a penny more.
$4,000 it is.
Okay, it's a deal. Write them up, son. $4 grand might sound like a lot for an unsigned poster, but this thing is incredibly rare. And Hendrix collectors will pay good money for it. If I can find the right buyer, I will definitely make a profit on this.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Back again, huh?
Yes, I am. I've got something pretty cool here. It's a concert poster from a band called the Beatles.
They were pretty big back in the day, right?
I came to the pawn shop today to sell a historical Beatles concert poster. As much as I love the Beatles, and I'd like to cash in on my piece of memorabilia, the least I would walk away with, probably like $200.
So where'd you get this?
I'm in a store buying furniture. I say to the guy, oh, nice poster. He said, you know what, I'll throw in the poster for you. The date is pretty significant. This was the last official concert.
This was around the time where John Lennon was comparing the band to Jesus. You know, there was people burning their albums. They had to break up because people just got tired of hearing from them. Paul and John, I mean, both their egos had gotten so huge.
Out of control.
And then you had Ringo, who just really didn't care. He was just along for the ride.
No comment on Ringo.
Yeah. The Beatles were only together for something like 10 years, and they're still the best-selling band in history. They actually had one last show before they broke up, but that was just a glorified rehearsal on a rooftop in London. This poster is from their last legit performance, and that's gonna add a lot of value. The condition's fairly good in it. I mean, it's a little beat up, but kind of to be expected. The paper seems right. It's real, that's for sure. So this was in 1966. Ticket prices were $5, $6, and $7. $5 would be equivalent to like a $30 ticket. And remember, this is in the grandstands of Candlestick Park. They had to probably bring a pair of binoculars to see the band. There could be a lot of these posters out there, but that doesn't necessarily mean this thing is worthless. It's historic, it's in good shape, and it's the Beatles. If this thing doesn't sell in a week, I'll be shocked. What'd you want to do with it, my man?
I'd like to sell it.
Any idea of what you're looking to get out of it?
How much is it worth to you?
Every single shop in San Francisco had a ton of these.
Okay.
Is it rare? Yeah. Is it super rare? I wouldn't go that far with it. I'd give you 800 bucks for it.
I'll be honest, I was hoping a little bit more. Probably $2,000.
1,000 sounds a lot better.
Well, in that case, 1,500 sounds even better. What do you think?
15, huh? All right, man, you got a deal.
I didn't jump on the $800 offer. I could tell he appreciated what it was about, and I took a risk. Today was a good day for profit.
Have a seat. This is it.
That's the object.
That is the object.
So what happened to it? Was it in a bar fight or something?
My name is Neil Preston, and I am a photographer. I work with Led Zeppelin, The Who. The list is endless. And I found out that Rick is looking for the object, and I have one. This is the real thing.
I just absolutely love it. I mean, I've wanted one for years, and now I've decided I'm going to hunt for one. I'm going to find one.
You found one.
So who gave you the object?
I got it from Atlantic Records. They made 1,000 of them to commemorate the record, and it was a promo item. And they were sent out to journalists, Atlantic staff people, friends of the band.
So you were the photographer for Led Zeppelin?
Yeah, on the road. I started working with them during the 73 tour, but all of 75, all of 77, and Nebworth in 79.
That is pretty cool. So, are you willing to sell the object?
Well, you know, I've had the object a long time. Since it's mine, there is a connection, and I don't want to sell it.
Okay. I'm really disappointed right now. The owner won't sell me his object. He says it has sentimental value, and I get that, but I'm sure he's got something else around here he might be willing to sell me. Do you have any other really cool Led Zeppelin stuff for sale?
Let's see what I've got. A couple of prints here that you may have never seen. That's in Chicago in 75.
That's cool. So you took this shot?
Pretty much every shot of Led Zeppelin ever taken between the years of 73 and 79.
That is cool.
This is one of my favorite photos ever. This was The Who, San Francisco in 76. Then here's another one of David Bowie. This is Valentine's Day, 73 in New York, Radio City Music Hall.
So what would you take for all three of them?
4,300 would be nice.
Yeah, I know.
The thing is, there's only a limited amount of these, so I have to be careful. I'm happy to go to 34.
So 3,000 bucks.
No. How about I meet you in the middle, 32?
How about 3,100 bucks?
3,100 bucks. You got it.
All right,
Okay.
sweet.
I can
Got a
live
deal.
with that.
So
You got it.
you
man.
could bring these down to the shop for me?
Absolutely.
I'll talk to you soon.
You got it.
I absolutely love the photographs. I think they're great, but I still don't have an object. I had it in my hands. I was like this close, but the guy would not sell it to me. So Warwick's gonna have to find me another one because this is getting personal. How's it going?
Good.
So what do you got here?
This is a Prince tambourine from the Purple Rain tour.
Okay, so this was a tambourine that Prince used on stage.
I believe so.
Okay, so this is signed by Prince?
Yes.
The one instrument I can play.
I have a tambourine that was used by Prince from 1985 Purple Rain tour. My wife has had it, I guess, since she was 12. We've had it kind of hidden away in a cabinet, and I have done some research. I just haven't found anything exactly like it. I'd like to get $50,000 for this tambourine.
This is cool. All right, so tell me the story. How'd you get it?
My wife's neighbor was working with Prince and Shania, and Prince gave him the tambourine. He gave it to my wife. She's had it since she was 12 years old.
Okay. Everything about Prince is just amazing. He had a ton of hits. Party Like It's 1999, Little Red Corvette, Raspberry Beret. There was a host of other ones. We had Purple Rain with the movie, which was absolutely a different music for the time. Yeah, he sold over 100 million albums in his lifetime. There's probably only maybe 20, 25 bands that have done that. And like everybody in the world was completely shocked one day when they found out Prince is dead.
Right.
He's one of those people that will be remembered 50 years from now, and most other rock stars will not be.
Right.
Okay, so we got paperwork here. It's by Thomas Race. He says he's a sound engineer in January of '85, and he's saying that this is all legit. It's signed by Prince. This was his tambourine.
Right.
You don't by chance have the original letter?
That's what he gave us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is a Xerox copy of a letter.
Mm-hmm.
And a Xerox copy can be faked pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see the signature right there.
Mm-hmm.
If that's his signature, I have no idea. So how much you want for it?
I'm asking $50,000.
Sounds pretty high, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still really collectible. So if you have a little time,
Yeah.
I would like to get a hold of my rock and roll guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a video chat with him. He's on the other side of the country.
Okay.
So if I can take this with me for a few minutes, I'm not leaving the building or anything. So I can show it to him and be right back.
Okay.
Yep, I can still play it. Hey, Warwick, how's it going?
Greetings from Nashville.
So I have this right here. The one instrument that I play extremely well. It's signed by Prince.
I see.
So did you get a picture of the paperwork I sent?
Yes, I did get the paperwork. So the paperwork's okay. It's not an original letter, which is a shame. It's from somebody on the crew. It's not bad. I mean, it would be a lot better if it was from Prince's wife or something like that. That's happened. But I like it. It does give it the provenance of where it came from. And how does his signature go?
I can show it. Can you see it there?
Yes. And does that say love God?
I think so.
Well, that would be correct. That's how Prince signed in the 80s. In the later 80s, he'd write 88 or the year. Your tambourine is, it looks like it's spray painted purple.
Yeah.
It sort of so happens that that particular version of it is Purple Rain. That's the Purple Rain tour. They sprayed regular tambourines purple. So that's good. So you got a nice piece here.
So the big question, what do you think it would go for?
Prince's values are going up every month. In the last 6 months, about 6 of these tambourines have come up for sale. So I've seen one sell just very recently for $5,000 or $6,000, but it wasn't signed. So at auction, this may get as much as $10,000.
That much?
It's definitely been rising and rising. It's a good investment.
So I guess the next step would have Steve Grad look at the signature?
Yes, you should.
All right, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. How we going? Okay. Had my rock and roll guy look at it. He's actually kind of impressed. So I'm going to call in my autograph expert.
Okay.
Let me get him down here. He'll take a look at it, and then we'll sort of figure out everything from there.
All right.
Okay?
All right. I'm just hoping he's going to say it's really rare and worth a lot of money.
This is it.
Nice.
And you know, later, if you do want tambourine lessons, I give those.
Okay. All right, so what are your concerns?
Okay, so I talked to Warwick about this, and he says it's the same kind Prince was using back on like the Purple Rain tour. And he also said that's how he usually signs his name, but like he wasn't here to look at the signature.
Right, I understand that. So really, you know, the interesting thing about this is you really couldn't get near Prince to get his autograph. And in music, at least in the last 30 or 40 years, he's really one of the more tougher to acquire signatures. So when I see his autograph, a warning sign goes up because we don't see a lot of them. First thing I want to do is obviously I want to kind of look at the autograph itself and the ink on there. Would you do me a favor? Can you, tilt that up for me? That's really interesting. The ink almost looks purple. It's got a lot of age to it. And as I go on here, there's no doubt, and look right here, Rick, that's definitely a live signature. So do me a favor, keep holding that up for me, and I want to pull up some examples of his autograph. This is a great example. Love God. His name, he had this really interesting first name. You know, he threw a heart usually over. And if I really look closely here, Rick, and if you look closely, you see right here, it almost looks like he tried to do a heart there. He ends his name like that. So when I take a look at that versus this, Rick, I'm seeing a lot of similarities. So no doubt, after taking a look at everything, I think it's definitely good.
Okay, and what do you think it's worth?
Well, you know, based on what I've seen these go in the marketplace, it's rare to have a signed one. Unsigned ones, they're out there. They throw them out in the crowds all the time. But a signed one, that's something that's pretty rare, and it's right from that big period in his life. I'd put the value probably right at about $10,000.
Okay, that's exactly what Warwick said. So thanks, man. I'll call you soon, man.
All right, take care. See ya. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, so, well, $50,000 is not going to happen. I mean, what's your best price on it?
I don't want to go below 10.
There's no way I could do that. I mean, there's no money to be made. I mean, I could go 6. 10's it.
10's it. Yeah.
All right. You change your mind, come back and see me.
All right. Thank you.
Apparently, I am not going to be partying like it's 1999.
Hey, I got something really cool for you.
I'm assuming they're Shania Twain boots, because that's the living legend right there.
Yes.
How in the world did you get these?
It was know somebody that knows somebody that got us some amazing seats and got invited to a private charity event afterwards. So she signed them right there on the stage.
I know that it's impossible to get tickets, but I think I can pull some strings and get some, because I know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, and I'm known for that.
I'm here at the pawn shop today hoping to sell my Shania Twain stage-worn concert boots. Shania wore these boots in 2012, and I actually got to see her wear those boots, and then a year later, I went to a charity event where I got to buy the boots. My asking price for the boots is not nearly what I paid for them, but I'm asking $1,500 for them.
Pretty cool. Shania Twain is the biggest selling female country artist ever. They she had one album that sold over like 40 million copies or something like that. Won a Grammy, nominated for multiple Grammys. Sort of faded out for a while. Comes to Vegas, the comeback tour, and Vegas is where you start every comeback tour.
It was an amazing concert. I think I did 4 or 5 of them with my wife. It was an amazing moment for me.
Those are little.
They're size 5. She looks bigger on camera, but she's very tiny.
So whose bed they've been under?
So my wife's worn them. They've been under our bed for a while.
It's really weird that they have holes drilled in them.
There's a story behind that.
Okay, what's the story behind the holes in the boots?
So when she used to fly in on the motorcycle, they had tassels that would be tied through the boots.
They did not include the tassels, though.
No tassels.
All right. I don't even really need to call in anybody to, like, verify. I mean, you got the pictures right here. We have Shania Twain signing them, and you and Shania Twain with the boots.
Absolutely amazing moment.
Now the big question, how much you want for them?
Well, I paid a lot more than you will ever pay for them, but I'm asking $1,500 for them.
Okay. You bought them at a charity auction. So it's not about the price at the charity event. It's about giving to a good cause. Okay?
Yes.
And that's why the prices at charity auctions mean nothing in the real world. Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay. I would give you $500.
I still would like 650 for them.
$500, and I'm being generous at that. That's what I can do.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right, sweet.
Thank
We
you
got a
very much.
deal.
Appreciate
All
it.
right,
Thank
I'll
you very
meet
much.
you right over there,
Okay.
and I'll get you paid.
All right, thank you very much. Thank
All
you.
right.
What do we have here?
These are rock posters from San Francisco in the 60s.
Whoa, that's definitely different.
How the hell are you supposed to read this?
Got to be pretty high. Well, I came up today to sell some rock and roll posters from the 60s. For every concert I went to, I collected a poster. When I looked them up, mint condition was worth $8 grand. So I want to sell them for $3,500, but the minimum I'll take would be $2,200.
We got Fillmore Auditorium, and this is
Grateful Dead.
the Grateful Dead. Everyone went to at least one Dead concert. I mean, they toured for 30 years, right?
Yeah.
1967.
67, yes.
Yeah. Was that the Summer of Love?
Yes, it was.
This was the height of San Francisco hippies, the whole thing going on. The music changed, culture changed. It's a great part of American history. People started seeing a lot of things wrong with society, and they started speaking out, and it just snowballed into this. The 60s had a lot of competing ideas. Free love, anti-war, civil rights, but the one thing everyone seems to agree on was the music. All right, so we got like 24 prints.
Crosby, Stills, Nash.
And Young, yeah, this is really early. Rolling Stones, 1969. Still love the Rolling Stones. Can't believe they're still alive. What's this right here?
Buffalo, Springfield.
I'm not really good at reading hippie. These posters are amazing. I'm assuming I can sell them for 100 to several $100 a piece. But there's 24 of them, and that's a lot of work, and it could take years to sell them all. Do you want to pawn these or sell them?
I'm going to sell them today.
Okay. How much were you looking for?
I'm looking for $3,500.
That's more than I want to pay. Some of these are in incredibly rough shape. Thinking more like $2 grand for all of them. You know, what happens with these is I put 3 or 4 on the wall, I sell them, I got to put the other ones on the wall because I just can't have my whole store with rock posters.
What do you say for 22?
21.
21.50.
21?
50?
21?
50.
21.
21.25.
All right, 21.25.
Gonna be sad to leave them here, but I am moving on with my life, and I'm sure that somebody who really appreciates this is gonna pick them up.
What do we got here?
Bunch of old vintage concert posters from the 60s and 70s signed by the bands.
Oh, wow. What do we got here? We got Jefferson Airplane?
Jefferson Airplane from 67. Then we have Stevie Ray Vaughan,
That's awesome,
1979. And from 1964, original boxing style, signed by June and Johnny Cash.
What more can you say about Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash? I mean, they've made movies about these guys.
Came to the pawn shop today to sell some concert posters. I've been collecting for about 40 years now. I owned at one point 4,000 to 6,000 guitars, all signed by artists. I want about $25,000. I'd take 20 for them.
Oh, wow, man, that's really cool. Where'd you get this stuff?
A friend of mine managed the Airplane. I worked at a couple of record labels for quite a while. They would stop by and sign left and right.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And what are these, the backstage passes?
No, these are actually uncut handbill sheets. What they would do is, after they got from the printer, they would split them in 4 for 4 different venues, all signed.
Jefferson Airplane?
Jefferson Airplane,
okay.
Completely signed.
It's definitely cool, man. I mean, when you think of 60s hippie era Woodstock style music, it's Jefferson Airplane that comes to mind.
Definitely.
Yeah, and we got Stevie Ray Vaughan here, who's probably one of the best guitarists to ever play.
Yes.
Doesn't get nearly the amount of attention that Jimi Hendrix gets or Jimmy Page. And then we got Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash.
And this is before June became June Cash.
That's awesome. These posters are potentially worth a ton, but there's a lot of factors you gotta consider. Are the posters valuable? Are the signatures real? I'm gonna need to call in some heavyweights to figure this one out. Okay, so what are you looking to do with it?
I like to sell it.
Any idea of what you're looking to get for it, or?
About $25,000.
$25,000, okay. I've got kind of a dilemma here. I need to know what the posters themselves are worth, and then if the autographs are real. So let me
Let me bring some buddies down and tell me what these things might be worth, all right?
No problem at all. That'd be great.
All right, man, we'll hang out and let me see if I can get them down here, all
That'd
right?
be great, thanks. I have no problem with an expert being called in. I got them personally, so I have no problem with them being 100% genuine.
Oh, fantastic. This is wonderful.
Only the best.
Those would frame up really nicely.
Okay. I'm having Steve come down to verify that they're all signed, but I'm just kind of curious of what you think of them.
Well, I always love posters. Let's turn all these around and take a look. A lithograph from the Summer of Love here. Very nice. And these are a more Jefferson airplane.
Uncut printer's handbill sheet.
Nice. Now what's left?
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
What's nice about this little poster is it's 79, and he doesn't become a star until he is tapped to be David Bowie's guitar player.
Yeah.
As a poster, it's great. And
64, Johnny Cash and June Cash.
so the interesting thing is June Carter wrote Ring of Fire. It's about their hot relationship. And so they're having this relationship in 63. So it's a very interesting time period. It's a great poster.
Thank you.
The Johnny Cash is in such good condition for its age. It also has so many good, entertaining little trivia facts in it. Concert posters are very collectible because people can really enjoy their rock experience on their own wall.
So what do you think they're worth? Oh,
well, these are very common. There's been a lot of Jefferson Airplane stuff recently. I would say, I know these are worth $75 a piece, maybe. A couple of hundred at the most. Well, these are the two things that are history. They're interesting. There's a lot of people that like Stevie Ray Vaughan. The poster, I'd say itself, is worth, I would say, $1,300 to $1,500.
Okay.
Highly collectible because of its age. So, and then June and Johnny, a lovely, lovely poster. I would say, for the poster itself, $3,500 to $4,500 for the poster.
With the signatures or without the signatures?
I don't care about the signatures.
Okay.
On this. The signatures, that's a whole different ballgame, so.
Yep, I appreciate it, work. Thanks
My
for
pleasure.
that.
It was a pleasure seeing these.
All right, I'm gonna go give Steve a call and see where he's at.
Thanks,
Take
guys.
care.
Thank you.
Well, the good news is the posters are legit and they are worth money. And if the signatures turn out to be real too, I hope it kicks up the value to a whole new level.
Wow, looks like a lot of concert posters.
Yep. You know, I've had Warwick from the Hard Rock come down and take a look at them, but I need someone to check out the signatures too.
I mean, obviously, the big ones are, look to be right here.
Okay.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, obviously, one of the greatest guitars of all time. And then Johnny Cash, obviously, was, he's around forever.
Yeah.
You tell me a little more about him, your concerns or what's going on here?
My concerns are if the signatures are real.
Well, I mean, the thing I want to do is take a look at some examples that I've got on file. Johnny Cash's signature was pretty sloppy. First, it started the J, and then I see the C where he hooks up here.
Mm-hmm.
So I like seeing that on both those.
Okay.
Next one I want to see,
Stevie
Ray Vaughan.
Sure.
I love the way Stevie Ray Vaughan, as we could see here, starting off with the S here. And, he almost printed out, but he connected everything. So those are all pretty good signs, Corey.
Okay. What about the airplane?
Initials here, same thing with Yorma. Grace Slick, though, she had a pretty nice signature. There's no question everything I'm seeing here is legit.
Okay, good. So Warwick says they're worth $6,000 just the posters. This guy wants $25,000. So with the signatures, what do you think they're worth?
These guys are still alive and they're still out there signing. I'd put the value of these right at $150 to $200 each. Stevie Ray Vaughan, this is the type of thing I see go for right in the range of $1,500 to $1,600.
Okay.
Okay. Next one I want to touch on is Johnny Cash. Original poster like this, obviously, worth a lot of money. There's no question about that. I would put the value of this probably in the $35,000 to $4,000 range.
Steve, I appreciate you coming down,
Yeah,
man.
sure.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you, man. Yep.
Nice,
Good luck.
thank you.
Yep. Thanks, man. Posters, really don't see a lot of them signed. But for the most part, unless it's on like an exceptional piece, like the Beatles on a photo, they're not going to eclipse the $10,000 mark.
The signatures didn't really add a lot. So based off what my guy said, I'll offer you $6,000.
The poster alone is 40. I can get 4,500 for an unsigned poster for Johnny.
Give me a number, man. What are you willing to take for this stuff?
For all of this together, I can't take less than 20.
Man, if you're at 20,000 and I'm at about 7, I just don't see us being able to make it.
I understand. I appreciate it. I thank you very much for your time.
Appreciate you coming down, man.
Thank you very much. I'm not disappointed at all. I had another offer on the table, so I wasn't worried. Whether I made the deal or not, I still had someone willing to take it from me.